Come on, I was pretty skeptical myself until I got to know Angela Holliday. You know, I was thinking maybe you should come to this meeting with me today. It'd be great. You could check her out yourself. I'm telling you, this woman works wonders.
Well, she's worked wonders for your appetite, that's for sure. Tell me something, Cord. How come you can listen to this female evangelist and you won't hear your own flesh and blood? I see they're making saints a little prettier this year.
Oh, come on, Clint, she never claimed to be a saint. She's a hell of a lot more than pretty. Hold on a second. Excuse me, Angela. Come here a second.
Good morning, Cord.
Hi, how you doing?
You must be Cord's father. I see the family resemblance right off.
Well, seeing as how you're so perceptive, Miss Holliday, maybe you can enlighten me. Just what is your interest in my son?
Max, would you let me go? Now, the sooner I get out of here, the sooner I will find out if my loan's been approved.
You wouldn't have to worry about a loan if you'd let me just drill an oil well. Just a small one. It's all we need. That would be enough to help your brothers out so they could save the family farm. Huh? And then they wouldn't have to sleep on the floor of our new house. They could go home.
Morning, y'all.
And you turned a loan down flat, Kensington? Good work. I'm sorry you had to break Luna Moody's heart, but business is business, Bob. I will not forget.
Neither will I.
Todd. Firecrackers? Todd, July 4th is a few months away.
That's your problem, pal. You need an excuse to make noise. I don't.
You got enough there to make more than noise. Hey, listen, you're never going to guess who I just saw drive into the parking lot.
Is that the dean?
No, relax. It's your math tutor, Marty Saybrook.
Hell with her, this is stupid.
No, wait. Come on. It's not her fault that you failed the calculus exam. She worked her tail off for you.
Okay, I'm not going to give the girl a hard time. I don't need to.
Wait a minute, what does that mean?
It means I've already gotten her back for making me fail my final. Wait till that witch figures out what I've done to her love life.
Hey, Todd, may I come in?
Yeah, Marty. Come on in.
You probably hate me.
Okay. No big deal.
Yeah, I know. Well, we cram all night for the final. I get an A and you fail. You probably think I gave you the wrong formulas or something.
I choked. Happens.
Yeah, well, I thought we'd crammed in enough so you do okay.
Well, Todd thought the same thing, didn't you, Todd?
Yeah, well, I thought wrong. Funny, you know, I mean, I never dropped a pass. I never fumbled the football, but for some reason, all those numbers on the page, it just psyched me out.
Out and off the football team.
Yeah, I know. I heard you lost your eligibility for next year. Can't your advisor talk to the coach?
Waste of breath. I mean, the coach calls all the plays, but he can't go against the dean of students.
So, talk to the dean of students. Or we'll go to Professor Nader. If he can give you a retest, then we can cram. We can study 10 times harder. Not just a night, but a whole week.
Forget about it, Marty.
Look, if I passed it, you can pass. It just takes a little dedication and hard work, like you give your football, right?
Yeah, and dedication is his middle name.
So then we just apply that to calculus. And, I can help you out. I mean, I owe you that much.
Oh, no, Marty. You don't owe me anything. You've done more than enough for me already.
Wait a minute. What's with the sarcasm here? You're not blaming me for failing, are you?
What's the matter, Mr. Pruitt? Don't you want to hear the truth about your new squeeze?
You wouldn't know the truth if it took a big old chomp out of your backside.
Well, Marty did help herself to a nibble here and there, but, you know, they weren't exactly chomps. They were more like love bites. You know what I'm saying? Marty chomped my bones, and I was trying to cram for my math final, and the only thing I wound up studying was her hot little bod.
Somebody's lying here. I hope to God it's not you, Marty.
Ty, listen, I really hate to disturb you, but, I believe I left my keys somewhere around here. Thank you. Don't let me interrupt you.
Max, keep it down, honey, because you'll wake up Bascom and Charlemagne over there.
Oh, believe me, I wouldn't want to wake our house guests.
They are not house guests. They're my family, and they're going to stay right where they are until I figure out a way to save the family farm back home.
I told you the way.
What? The brothers Moody need money. We are sitting on a treasure chest of black gold. Oil, that is. Hey, darling, if it's good enough for James Dean and Giant, it's good enough for us. This land is full of Texas tea.
Texas T-bones? Oh, hush up, Charlie. Nobody's making steaks.
This was me talking, your host. I was trying to make another point to your sister, which was lost once again on her.
I'm not picking another fight with you.
No, I'm picking one with you now.
Well, I'm leaving. Bath, shower, tie, breakfast is in the kitchen. Help yourself. And when I come back, everything's going to be solved. All of it.
Okay, guys, you heard the lady. It's ham and eggs. Sorry you don't have a whole hog and a dozen chickens, but somehow you'll get by. Whoa, Baskin, was this about your biscuits?
No.
Charlie ate them.
It's about Luna. We heard you arguing with our sister.
Don't hurt Luna.
Guys, you got it all wrong. Everything is great with Luna and me, just great.
He wants to get by us.
Yes, thank you.
It's time he did what somebody else wants. Max, you ain't going anywhere till we lay down the law. The Moody law.
Renee, darling, you've got it all wrong.
No, Asa, I've got you dead to rights. If Luna doesn't want to dig for that oil, what right do you have go getting it yourself?
I'll tell you what right. The right that made America great is called manifest destiny.
Oh, Lordy, we're going to hear the Andrew Jackson speech again.
You grew up in the West. You know as well as I do, the bold and the brave seize the land and use it properly.
In Nevada, we call that stealing.
No. Max Holden's a thief, squandering natural resources. He's as bad as his daddy. Doesn't know petroleum oil from petroleum jelly. And I'll tell you something else. Luna, Max, and Tina swindled that land right out from under me, and I deserve to get it back.
Oh, boy, some things never change, do they, Asa? How many oil wells does one man need? You don't want that land. You're trying to get back at Max.
No, Renee. I just want to turn a profit and get back at Max. I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal. As long as I don't have to worry about this Hesse coming back from the grave. You marry me, I'll forget about Max and the oil wells.
As simple as that.
Just as simple as that. What do you say, Renee?
I say no. And if you even think of being mean to Max or Luna, don't ever think of speaking to me again.
I love a woman with spirit, but she sure as hell goes to extremes.
Mr. Buchanan, you and I both want the same thing for your son.
Is that a fact?
Now, Clint, come on.
Well, it's all right, Cord. I'm used to skeptics. I thrive on them. But you and I both want the same thing for Cord, to ease his pain.
I see. And you came all the way up here from Texas just to ease a stranger's pain?
Well, I was going to start my Eastern caravan in Pittsburgh and work my way south. But once I met your son in Texas, I decided to bring my pilgrimage to Llanview.
Well, howdy, Pilgrim. Tell me all about Texas. Where were you? Who do you know?
For starters, I know you, Asa Buchanan.
Something wrong, Pa?
I was wondering how the young lady knows me.
Well, you're a legend in East Texas.
All right, now, both of you, let's get something straight. Angela Holliday is a friend of mine, all right? There's no reason for y'all to be giving her the third degree.
Time to get up.
Wake up to Folgers Decaffeinated. It's not just a great
I apologize for my father, Miss Holliday.
Me? What the Sam hell did I do?
And for myself. We don't mean to back you into a corner. We just want what's best for Cord.
So do I, Mr. Buchanan.
You don't mind answering some questions?
Asa, come on, she doesn't have to answer to anybody.
Oh, yes, I do. We all have to answer to a higher authority, sooner or later.
Well, in the meantime, we have to take care of the people we love in the here and now. I see, Cord has been through quite an ordeal, and I'm not going to stand by and have him go through any more pain, even if it's in the name of the Lord.
Amen. Hallelujah, Clint.
Why don't you just come out and call her a fraud, all right? Better yet, why don't you hire a private detective to go through her garbage?
It's all right, Cord. I am used to doubting Thomases around me. You were one of them, remember?
Yeah, but I've seen the kind of effect you can have on people. All right, look, why don't you just judge for yourselves, okay? Check the lady out. Go ahead. Well, why don't you go to her revival meeting today?
I don't think you want me there unless you got insurance for lightning.
Oh, we've had worse sinners than you under our roof, and we've survived.
Yeah, well, there's always a first time.
That's right. Knock, and the door shall be opened. God be with you.
Fine-looking woman. If I had her in Sunday school, I might have joined her tabernacle.
Hey, so will you stop it? Now, that woman is the real deal, but I wouldn't expect you to recognize that.
Clint, I think you better tell your son the Buchanan way. Don't turn against your own family. Not run off some evangelist because she's got a bouncy little bottom.
All right, that's it.
Oh, wait a minute. What your grandfather means to say in his own crude way...
Wait a minute, crude? At least when I go to church, it's in a building. They got pews, a pulpit. Not some greenhouse on the edge of town.
Who cares where she holds her meeting, whether it's under a tree or up a tree, Asa? The woman means what she says.
And we don't, your own flesh and blood?
That's not what he said, Bob.
All right, look, you know, it's the same thing. You know, I want to be alone for a few minutes. I just want to be quiet. I want to be alone. And what do you guys do? You think I'm having some kind of a nervous breakdown?
Oh, no, wait, now, be fair. It's not your silence that scares us. It's the way you overreact to the least little...
That's just it, Clint. You expect me to feel a certain way. You expect me to act a certain way. Angela doesn't. What, do you blame me for wanting to be around someone like that? She takes people as they are.
Cord, maybe she just takes people.
You know what your problem is, Asa? You've done so much lying in your life, so much stealing in your life, that you wouldn't know sincerity if it hit you in the face. I feel sorry for you. I really do.
I know what counts in life, Cord. Family.
The gospel, according to Asa.
Let me tell you something. When your faith healer picks up a tent and goes to the next fairground, your family will be here for you. We are your rock. We are your foundation, not her.
I'm sorry about that, but you know how your grandfather is about family.
So what about you? You want to give Angela a chance? You come to that meeting with me?
Look, I'm not much for him singing and testifying.
Clint, it's not going to be like that. Please.
All right, I'll tag along, but only because you're asking me to. But I'm not expecting any miracles.
Oh, still not talking to me? I know the little game you're playing, a little silent game. We'll waltz your way, we'll dance a little slower, the music will be a little clearer.
Asa, were you born